great cover, an awesome rhythm. I used to teach this song when I was a guitar teacher a while ago, and I would always teach it a way where the students could play with a ton of rhythm. So I'll show you the chord progression that I use for it, and feel free to use it or not, because it sounds awesome regardless. So I would go with the E to start with, and then there's a kind of a changeover chord that I think she uses that's a G sharp in the root, then 5th fret A, 5th fret on the A string, which I guess is a D, then an open D, then 4th fret on the G, which I guess is a B, and then an open B. So it sounds weird, and I fret this with my thumb, but it's a good transition chord from the E. Then you go into the A, but you use the A suspended 2 to kind of transition out of the A. So it would sound like this. So that's that E to that weird chord. This is some sort of G sharp diminished or something. And the A to the A suspended 2. So again, and then the descending part, I would always play with kind of an A shape. So you play the E power chord or bar chord here. I would play those 3 notes from it with this note on top, which I guess is a C sharp. So again, I'd thumb that, and then that would be, this would kind of do a descending shape from 9th fret to 4th fret, which is kind of like the B that you were playing, I guess, here. So 9th, 4th, again, this time is a G sharp in the root. A, E. This is an A again, but it's that weird shape again where I'm changing the root note to, in this case, an F sharp. And there's kind of an open strum just in the middle before you get to a B7. Then the B7 to the E. And then you'll use an E suspended 4 to kind of jazz up that E. And that whole part sounds like so you can get a lot of percussion in there with that descending line. So one more time is. And then the chorus I would always play, because this is all really tight and percussive, the chorus I would always play looser. So instead of an E here, play the power chord E at the 7th fret, so 7, 9, 9, and leave everything open. And then I think she does like a descending kind of bass line on the E string here. So that's just so. And you're going to add that into the chord, and then you're going to switch to this, which is really an A chord, but you're only playing these 2 strings. So that would be like the G at the 6th fret, and then you're playing the D at the 7th fret. It's just a 2-finger chord like that. You can strum the whole guitar, it doesn't really matter. And you're going to slide that up 2 frets, and then back into the descending. So that would sound like this. And one more time. And the other thing is, for kind of a bridge, I would throw in, I think in concert she always does like a ABC 1, 2, 3 kind of vocal thing. And you can throw that in with just kind of octaves in the I Want You Back part. So it'd be that's just an E octave, so 7th fret muted, 9th fret on the G, and everything else muted. And you can come out of that into and those are all just octaves, so 7/9 octave, that's out of tune, to the 7/9, so the A or the B octave right above it, and then to the C sharp octave. I always thought that was kind of a fun way to throw in something a little bit extra, other than those two main parts that sound awesome. So good job on the cover. I love seeing covers of that version of the song. I think it's a really, really cool song. It's a great song for percussion. And I used to always use it to show my students that you can play guitar and have it sound rhythmically cool. Like it can still sound, doesn't have to sound like your typical cowboy chords. You can get some real rhythm through that song in particular. And it's a classic. It sounds awesome. So great cover. And let me know if you decide to use any of those parts. They're not mine. I think that's the way she uses them. So I don't want to take credit for them. But I'm happy to pass on anything I can pass on with that song because I think it's a great version. Thanks.